Hey, what's going on, y'all? Yogi here. I need a haircut. Um, I started to cut my own hair, so I might do that. Do that soon. But just want to talk about Bitcoin right now. It's at under 100K per coin. I think that's a massive discount um, for anyone in the world, no matter if you're rich, no matter if you're poor, no matter if you're ultra poor. Especially if you're ultra poor, I think Bitcoin is the best tool for your needs, as long as you have access to a phone or even a Wi-Fi connection. I think Bitcoin can really help you. I've seen many videos where people in Peru, in Mexico, and many different countries within Africa, utilize Bitcoin and use it as it was intended, which Satoshi Nakamoto created it for. A peer-to-peer cashless system, digital cash system where you can, transact peer to peer. And so I've seen people use it as such. Lately in this past cycle, it's been known as the store of value, right? Which I do believe because it's limited in supply. It's only 21 million will ever be created, so it does have that finite store value aspect to it. However, Bitcoin is money, and so it can be transacted as such, right? So many people in different countries use it as a medium of exchange. They transact in it. This shirt was bought in Bitcoin, actually. This hat was bought in Bitcoin. I have many different products within my house, like food items, right? I bought maple syrup with Bitcoin, and I've transacted with other people, right? For like my herbal business, I sell adaptogens, right? For energy, stress relief, things of that sort. And so I sell my herbs. I have an option to pay in Bitcoin, and I've made pretty good money from that transacting with Bitcoin. And so that medium of exchange, and I didn't have to pay Stripe. I didn't have to pay PayPal or any other provider for that transaction. It was just me and that customer, right? Peer-to-peer transaction. And so that's what Bitcoin was made for. So if you can get some Bitcoin, no matter what the price is, you can start using it as a medium of exchange. Start using it as the peer-to-peer transaction. I think that's the best way. You don't have to ask permission. You don't have to create an account. You have to, download a Bitcoin wallet, but it's without permission. It's without, it's anonymous, so you don't have to. Most wallets, right? Most wallets don't require like email or identification, and if it does, you should try to get the ones that doesn't have an email or doesn't have a phone number attached or doesn't have a facial ID, fingerprint ID, any of those things that identify you. Like Aqua wallet, that's a really great one. You don't need any thing like that. Zeus, but that's more of for power users, meaning people who are a little bit more in tune with Bitcoin and want to run their own nodes and things of that sort. So you can use Zeus. And you got some kind of custodians, but I think you probably do need an email. But Coinas, if I'm saying it correctly, it has multiple features. You can transact in Bitcoin on chain. You can do Lightning. You can do eCash. You can do about 12 payments, which is pretty much you have a QR code, right? And people can scan that same QR code. And you can for a specific price, right? And because right now, like if you put a QR code for like an invoice, right, for like say $12, or I should say, this is a Bitcoin video. Say you do 12,000 Satoshis, and people scan that, or one person scan it, and boom, that transaction is done. But with about 12, I can do an invoice for 12,000 Satoshis, and multiple people can scan that invoice. And so that happens really great for like if you're selling an item, right? ebook or clothing, whatever, 25,000 satoshis for something, and multiple people can continue to scan that same QR code or that invoice, that Bitcoin address. So it has many features like that. Not many Bitcoin wallets have that Vault 12 feature. I think Strike has it. Yeah, but I don't know. But it's not as, Strike is a KYC, know your customer. So you have to your email, your ID, address, etc. But I think the best for most people would be Aqua Wallet. As far as non-custodial, you own your seed phrase, you own your keys to that. For Hot Wallet, and if you really want to go more down the rabbit hole, then you can get a Bitcoin wallet, like Cold Card, Passport, Blockstream Jade. I think they're the best ones. People, I have a big key as well, but I wouldn't hold too many satoshis on that because there's no seed phrase, right? Which it has benefits in some ways, right? What if you do lose your seed phrase, and this has multiple layer, multi-signature backups in some form of another? Your emails, your keys on your phone, your fingerprint. So you have multiple different backups and security mechanisms to access your Bitcoin. But there's some skewness around that. So I think Code Card or Foundation Passport, Seed Signer, Jade, I think those are high quality Bitcoin hard wallets, right? So cold storage hard wallets. But for something that, like I said, something that you're just spending peer to peer on a day-to-day basis, that's non KYC, then definitely like an Aqua wallet. Muun is great too, but it doesn't have the it has different seed phrases, and you do need to kind of dox yourself through an email address. So that's why I'm like, yeah. So Aqua Wallet's probably really great. I'm not endorsing them in any way. Like they're not paying me satoshis for it. But it would be cool if if you guys want to send me some sats to my wallet. That'd be great. If you could pay me through Lightning, that'd be pretty cool. Or you could pay me through Nostr. That would be great too. And then Nostr is the peer-to-peer forum through social media. I think Nostr is very underrated. You can transact. I can send satoshis to anyone in the world, right? Anyone in the world through social media, paying in Bitcoin, the hardest asset in the world, the most liquid asset in the world. It's very liquid. I can get in and out 24/7, 24 hours a day. So no matter if stock market's closed, I trade in the stock market, things of that sort, to get more Bitcoin and pay bills. It's closed on Saturday and Sunday, but Bitcoin 24 hours. So I think, getting Bitcoin, no matter the price, is really great because you get that store value aspect to it. So you can hold a portion of that for long-term store value, for long terms like 30, 50, 60 years from now, whatever. Or you can give it to your children in an inheritance plan. Shout out to Bitcoin Citadel, by the way. Check their resources out. I'm not sponsored by them, but doing amazing work that can help you with certain things like your inheritance planning, keeping your Bitcoin very, very safe for long term to come, right? So if you want to give your Bitcoin to children, I think their services is very, very important for the future of Bitcoin. So shout out them. I'll post a link below. But yeah, other than that, stack sats, stay humble, peace.